Welcome to Vocabulary Chapter 3. So again, you'll just go to your dashboard and you'll click under Modules and you'll just scroll down to Vocabulary Notes and you'll just click on the download here and we'll bring it up. So these are just going to be real quick. So for Chapter 3, Word 1 here, ambiguous. So it says here, the portrait known as the Mona Lisa is famous for the woman's ambiguous expression. Is she smiling or not? So ambiguous. So we can use again context clues. So ambiguous, does it mean unclear, unintentional, or unpleasant? So again, you got to use the words around it. And the fact that they end it with a question, obviously, it's going to be something. Doesn't indicate to us that it's unpleasant or not good or not well. So we know it's not that. So it's between A and B. Unintentional, there's nothing indicating here that they're trying to intend. So the best word we will choose is A, unclear. And that is what ambiguous means. It is unclear, unknown. Number 2, descendant. Some descendants in the Catholic Church favor such changes as allowing women to be priests and allowing priests to marry. So what descendants? So again, what stands out here, changes, such changes. So obviously descendant has to do possibly something with changes. So a descendant, would that mean a rebel, a dishonest person, or a foolish person? Well, if we try to plug in, I know that it doesn't really have anything foolish here. Some foolish person in the Catholic Church favors such changes as allowing. No, not indicating that. Obviously, there's some kind of change that wants to happen. So would it be a rebel or dishonest person? Well, we're not really talking about truth or honesty. And I know that a rebel is someone who goes against something else. So obviously, it has to be a rebel. Descendant is a rebel. Number 3, embellish. The cover of the biology textbook was embellished with a pattern of colorful seashells. So embellish. So would it mean to hide, to decorate, or to damage? Well, the fact that they're talking about the cover of a textbook, so I know that usually when you see a textbook, there's some kind of image on it. Something there to grab your attention or indicate to you what is in that textbook, the subject matter. So I know it can't be hide. So a cover is really not to damage. It's going to be most likely to be decorate. Number 4, fritter. So Vince fritters away both his time and his money playing game after game in video arcades. So we're talking about money and time here. To fritter away. Is he earning? Is he count? Or is he wasting? Well, fritter away, what do you do? His money after game in video arcades? Well, you don't get money back from video arcades, so most likely fritter means waste. So waste is going to be your best answer. 5, inadvertent. The final draft of Nancy's paper was shorter than the previous version, but this was inadvertent. She had accidentally deleted an entire page without realizing it. So inadvertent. So the word accidental sticks out to me. So accidental doesn't mean required, not finished. It really means not intended. So it's an accident is something that unintentionally happens, not intended to happen. So the correct answer is not intended. So it would be C. Inadvertent means not intended. 6, inane. Television programming is often so inane that TV has been described as bubble gum for the mind. So inane. Is it silly, interesting, or shocking? Well, the fact that they say bubble gum for the mind, when you think about bubble gum, it's something you chew. It's just, you chew it, you spit it out, you don't take it serious. It's not going to be shocking or surprising, so we know it's not C. And bubble gum for the mind, just the fact, the context, and it doesn't really have a positive sound to it. So most likely it's going to be A, silly. 7, juxtapose. So if we look at this picture here, we'll use this illustration here. A new fence and an old fence juxtapose. So we have the old fence here and a new fence here. So they're next to each other. So they're put side to side. 8, lethargy. Although Wendy seemed to recover from the flu, her lethargy persisted. She felt exhausted for weeks. So the fact that she was exhausted, so lethargy probably has to deal with, if she's sick, has something to do with being lethargy, or you might hear it as lethargic. So it's going to be A, weariness. Number 9, sporadic. Dave makes sporadic attempts to give up smoking, but his occasional efforts have been half-hearted. So sporadic means, well, he makes attempts, but they're half-hearted. They're okay, and the word occasional sticks out. So when something is occasional, it doesn't happen on a regular basis. So I know it's most likely going to be irregular. And 10, the last one, subsidize. During college, many students are subsidized by their parents, while others rely on grants or loans. So subsidize by their parents. So if they're relying on grants and loans, but the ones living with their parents are not, most likely then the students are paid for, advertised, or criticized. Most likely, since we're talking about money, it's going to be a pay for. So that brings us to the end of Chapter 3, and please look out for Chapter 4 next. Thank you.